some kind of code snippet. You need to identify and also you can describe that. So I mentioned the example here. You can come to know. So please describe the method like this. Okay. So this is the method. Okay. You need to look the method and type in that chart. So everyone need to be typed whatever you thought or whatever you learned till now. So the method name. Okay. So method name is a print message is a public void method. Okay, it contain public void method and it does not have any parameter. Okay, and also it does not return any value because it is void. Something like you can describe things. Okay, because so most of the people will in our mind while learning of this. So in teaching wise, I can tell you like here void. Okay, somewhere I can teach you like an int, but we can use all the data types. Okay, what are the data types? We can use every method return type. Okay, so in Java, most of the all the data type which can applicable for all the data types which can applicable for method return type. Okay, method return type. But people will in a assumption. So only we have a wide and into. It is not like that. Then after they will forget that okay, why was added a boolean. Okay, so that is a kind of thing to understandability. So I capture some code snippet and you have to do the answers. So let's play the one by one quickly. So first one is done, right? And second one, yeah. So quickly type that. This one, second one, describe about this particular method. Please do the interactive mode, right? So please give the answers. It is very important to try it. Okay. So then you come to know identify the method type, signature, and type returns. Okay, parameters, all those things, right? Yes. What is that? Yeah, can you describe the second method? So let me highlight as also. So let me. So this is a method you have to describe and type into the chart. Yeah. Yes, I got one answer. So display sum is a public void method and with the int. Okay. Int is int a parameter and float b parameter. Very nice. Okay. Yeah. Method type is sum. Method name is sum. Okay. Parameter int y. What is the return type? You have to add the return type as well. Full sentence required. Try. Only two answers only I got it. I am expecting multiple answers. So we have 10 plus members in our 10 members I think. So who are new gen also, you can try it if you have knowledge on that. If not, okay. Yeah. So Madhuri, it is a method sum of two numbers and int float and printing the values. Okay, no return type. Okay, why it is no return type? Yeah. Display method is a private method. Very good. Yeah. Swapna done the good job. So display method is a private method. Okay. Private variable, private methods outside of the class we cannot access. Okay. Accessibility should not be forget. Okay. Private method. It has two parameters, int a and float number, no return type. Right. Perfect. Srijana also done. Method with two parameters. Okay. Private method. Yes. Thank you. Anyone? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So let's move on to the third one. So we need to finish quickly. So the third one. Can you write the third one? Method. Yes. Third one. Get number is a public method. Byte type return type two okay, type method. Okay, few parameters, right? Yes. Can you type the parameter types? String type, int type. See, you need why I created here, right? So there are parameters. We can provide n number of parameters. Okay, string in string str, int number one, number, and number two, int number three, and number four. So maximum we can try to write our parameters is 3 or 4 max. more than 4, 5. So we have to use for arrays concept. So that is the case I wrote this example. Okay, we cannot use more than 4, 5 like kind of same data type. So suppose here you can see integer number 1, integer number 2, integer number 3, integer number 4. Instead of you can create a array. Okay, because it is a similar type. Int is a similar type, right? Int number 1, int number 2, int number 3. These are the integer data type which can store multiple data by using array. Instead of passing a multiple parameter, we can pass array. So that is the case I wrote it. Okay, and the return type is correct or not? Is that return type correct or incorrect? Just a yes or no for this. Return type is correct or not? Okay, suppose if I make return type, if I write this return type is return type is 200. Is that correct? Which is correct? 42 is correct or 20 is correct? Okay, now I say no. 42 is correct. Okay, 42 is correct. 200 is incorrect. Is that why? Why? Why means so you need to go for the byte size. Okay, minus 121 to plus 120. Yes, Swapna wrote the correct answer. Yes, minus 128 to 127 only. The range which can use only within 127 or plus. So that is the case. Thank you for that. You are following the things. Very good. Nice. So let's move on to thank you for all giving the answers. Yeah. Next move on to the fourth one. So this is also a method and that variant is different, right? Yeah. Can you describe this method? So by seeing that very simple answers, but it is has more knowledge here. So that is the case. I'm playing with this kind of code snippet, which will give some kind of practice for you in your like thinking power will come because you have many methods, many we are going to write in the real time. We are going to write a many methods, many data types, many variables, which we need to handle in our framework level. Not only a single method, which will not complete our framework. Writing a single method is not our task. Our task should be different kind of methods, different kind of modules we have to handle to automation. So these are all those things which will be helping you on real time. Okay, so can you describe this fourth method? Pravina, you are attempting or not attempting? I am only Swapna, Sujana, Aruna, Avya only. Sujana, okay. Swapna. So Madhuri, you are not attempting. Why? Please try to write. Pawan, you can try it. Whatever you know that you can try it. Jansi also not trying to providing the answers. See, if you know also you can provide it. So that make I can see that. So whether it is a incorrect or correct, you try give a try. Okay. Pavan, Ravina, so you have to attempt it. Yes. Let's check that. Yes, Navya wrote parameter is parameter. Parameter is a duplicate entity. Okay. Double method is okay. Aruna, calculate area is a double type, double return type method public. So public method, double. Okay. So it is not a public method. So that's what. This is another variant. So I told you, right? So that's what I want to discuss some kind of things here. So that is the case. So private is the access modifier. So which can have accessibility within the class level only. So within the class, which means outside of the class, which will not access. And there is a public. Okay. If you are not mentioned, which is a blank in the sense, it is a default. Here, it is a default. Okay, default. So we cannot write a default keyword. Okay, later point we can use it, but it is a default method. So it is not, nothing is declared before the method. So which means it is a default. Default variable, default method does not have any keywords. Okay. So by default, it is not a private. So it is a default. So whenever you did not mention in the sense default, blank means default. Private means you have to mention the keyword called private. Public is it. And there is a one more thing, protected. Okay. So there is a one more access modifier, protected. Okay. So nothing is mentioned in the, suppose there is a variable. Okay. So int a. Okay. Int a equal to 120. And there is a method, the method void test. Okay. Test method. Okay. These two declaration we call as a default variable declaration. This is a default variable. This is a default method. Nothing there in the above as a private. Okay, no private, nothing, no public. Okay, no protected. So which means it is a default. Okay, default. So there is a no keyword for default, but it is a default. Okay, so that is the case.
What is the
And next,
accessibility level for that? Default means is it accessible only in that
default
class?
mean,
There are
yeah,
classes.
default mean within the package level. So the range is within the
Okay.
package. Suppose we have a multiple classes, there they can use directly the scope, the variable or methods. Okay. Yeah. Yes. So let's move on to the fifth one. Yeah, fifth one. So try it. Can you give the try? Fifth one. And fourth one, right? I want to tell you that we have used one kind of different variant. So let me come back. You can try give the answers, no problem. And meanwhile, you also think that in the fourth method as a one parameter. So that parameter is array. How do I say array? So there is a square bracket, right? So square bracket. It is a data type is a integer, number is a variable, and it is a square bracket is array in Java. How do you declare an array in Java? Square bracket. So this means it has a like 10, 20, 30, 40, this kind of data. Okay, multiple data with the same type. What type? Integer type, int type. Okay, if it is a string array, suppose if it is, I mentioned it is a string here. So string type of data, we can hold multiple value of data we can hold. Because array is a can hold multiple values. Right? Yes. Okay. Yeah. Next method. Fifth method. Can you try that answers? Okay. Protected method concatenating two string parameters and returns. Okay. Protected. So protected which will come inheritance. Suppose suppose I told you right there are two packages. Okay. So there is a class one and class two. Okay. So there is a one more class three is there. Suppose class one and class two which are default, then they can access directly. But a class one has a relationship with the inheritance. So that time also protected variable can access to C2 another package class. So that is the one. Okay. Yes. Protected method return type is a string. Protected method return type is string. Right. Two strings. Okay. Yeah. Let's move on to the sixth one. Sixth one. Yeah. Public method into parameter boolean return type. Okay. Boolean return type. The return type is correct or incorrect? the return type number mod equal to, this is a condition, right? So number mod is equal to true. What is the evaluation of this expression? Which will give true or false. Okay, suppose the number is 2. 2 mod 2 equal to 0. Then it is true. Suppose if the method is, the number is 3. 3 mod 2. There is a remainder 1. So that time it is a false. So the declaration is correct, but try to understand that one. Okay. So this number mod by 2 equal to 0. So that time this expression return type is true. Suppose number 2 is number 2 mod by number 2. So it is a 2. 0. So 0 means 0 equal to 0. Then it is true. Return type is also matching that. If the number you pass as a 3. So 3 mod by 2 is, the answer is 1. 1 is equal to 0? No. So then it is a false. Okay. So the expression is correct only. So it is written type either true or false. Okay. And
Yeah,
okay.
hi, Pawan here. I do have one question in sixth.
Okay.
Yeah, here, we are pass.
Method.
If we pass the even number, then it should be true, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
here we are giving the public boolean is even number.
Yeah. Okay. Here it should be number. Your number can be anything, but this
Okay.
expression how it will be evaluated, right? So suppose I told you, right, the number. Suppose if you pass 2, 2 mod 2. So what is the 2 mod 2 answer?
Zero.
Most of the time it is 0. Remainder is 0. So then the next expression I will show you. So this is the condition. So what is the expression of the evaluation? This one is 0. So then 0 equal to 0. So 0 equal to 0, the result is true. Okay. The result is true. Then our return type also boolean. So we are okay. Suppose even 3, suppose if you send pass 3, 3 mod 2, okay, is equal to, our expression is this one. But evaluation of expression, so the remainder is 1 for this, right? So
Yes.
mod of 2 and it is 0. So it is a not matching case. So it is a false. So 1 is equal to 0, no, right? So it is a false. So this is the evaluation.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for the clarification. Yeah.
So now he can see next one. Let's move on to the next one. So now it is an array. Okay. So let me speed up the execution because we are out of time, right? So here we have a integer array. So you don't want to send into one. So suppose I want to send 10 numbers. Suppose, for example. Okay, if I want to send 10 numbers and I want to get to find the maximum value. So int A, int B, okay, int B, int C, like that. I don't want to send multiple multiple parameters. Instead of, I can create an array, that is an integer array, so that I can fulfill a number of values. How many values I want, I can provide the size and initialize the array and pass it. So here try to understand that thing is, we can pass the arrays as a parameter. Okay. And this logic is finding the max value. So in that array, you're checking each iteration in the for loop. Okay. So the number is max. So then the max value will be returned. Something like that. Okay. And this is a advanced one. So not advanced. So we can able to see this one also. What is a T? So please remember that this method is a new method. Okay. The method starting with the public, and there is a one way of declaring T. Okay. Return type is a T and T, right? And the method name is return input. Okay. Return input. And okay, sorry, here I want to write input, return input, and also I'm passing a T. Again, I'm passing a T. So what is meant by T here? Okay, what is meant by T? T is a kind of object type. Okay, T is a kind of object type. So as we learn that in the how many type of data type we have? How many type of data type? Primitive? Yeah, please provide the answers. How many types of
Non-primitive.
primitives and non-primitive data type? Non-primitive. So till now we had a primitives only, but there are non-primitive. So what we had? String, array, and object. Object are class or interfaces. These are going to learn. So, but till now we covered these two, right? Object and class. So here we can provide a class also, a one return type. Class also we can add a method parameter. This is a very important. So we are day by day we are enhancing our skill, declaring a very methods. Okay, variant of methods. Okay, so we can till now we learn for primitive data types only, primitive data types, int, boolean, byte. Okay, so those, so not only that, we can also pass non-primitive data type, the string, array, and the object. Okay, class and interfaces. So, and also this kind of objects, right? You can define a T in the sense anything. T can be anything, either object, either class, either interface. So it is not defined the specific time, runtime it will decide. Okay, if you are able to pass object or class or interface. T means it can be anything of three. Okay. Yes. Right. So you're going forward, you will understand, but you need to remember that we can pass our return type also as class. In the framework level, you must use. See, I think
Sir,
Madhuri knows that.
one question.
So sorry.
One question. Actually, if it is an object type, like interface and abstracts classes, anything, just we can refer with the T like this.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Not abstract class, only the class.
Okay.
Because it is an object, right? T is a kind of object or class or interfaces. Yeah. So we can pass it, yes. Abstract class we cannot pass, but interface we can pass. Okay, class is abstract, right? So you can pass class or abstract class or normal class. Both are same, which come under that. And object always. Okay, object is a Java object, right? Java object class, predefined class. This class can be a normal class or abstract class. You are right. And also we can pass a interface also. So what are those? We are going to learn. Okay, don't worry. Okay, so we can pass this. Yeah, next one. So next one is a floating point. Everybody knows that. And let me quickly review the next one. Yeah. So here, so what is this one? It is a T. Okay, instead of T, I wrote explicitly. What is a T here? Student. Okay, student. Student is a object or a class. Okay, so what is the return type here? The get student is the method, okay, which will return the object. Student object, normal not object. Okay, it is a student object. So when it will be a student object after class is already created, class is there, and the class after creation of class we have to create a object to the class. So how do we create an object to the class? Student small equal to new student. So here the S is our return type. Okay, so our S is a return type. You see, S is our return type. Why? It is a student object. So we can say student object. Okay, so somewhere you have a student class you created, but you are referring here in this particular method. So we can do that. Anywhere we can create an object and we can refer it. So that is a benefit of Java. And also you can return to another method. So returning to return methods, you are passing after creation of that, you are passing to other class data as a student. Okay. Yes. Now you can see this one. So T. Here also one T is there, but I T in this time it is there in the parameter. Earlier it was there written type. Above example, student example, it is a written type level, but now it is a parameter level. Okay, get update car detail my method, and you can pass a car object. Okay, car class reference. Okay, car class reference. So method. Okay, a method can have a one car class reference as a parameter. A method can have a return type of a any class or object. Okay, so that is the way. Not only into wide double short. Okay, we can pass a class object or class interfaces as a return type as a parameter of the methods. These are the advanced things. You can explore this kind of things. Okay, right. So what we are doing here, class object we are passing. So once we pass the class object, so I'm calling from class object a get name. So a car name. Okay, get name in the sense get dot car. Car dot get name is car name comes. Car name will print. So the purpose of it is after printing the data, you may update it. Okay, the version of the car or name of the car, you can update it. So this method has a feasibility. First, we want to get the car object. So how do we get the car object? By using method parameter. So while calling this method, okay, suppose I want to call this method. How do I call, right? Car, okay, small car equal to new car. So once you create an object, okay, so then, so I'm calling this method, so get update, okay, get update car details, and we can pass small variable as a car. So this is the calling of calling method from the outside of the class. So the above one is declaration. Okay, above one is a declaration. This is a declaration of car get car method. Okay, but real time, once you create an object, that object reference should be passed here. So where while calling out method, what is the method name? Get update car data. So because here my parameter is a car type. Okay, it will not accept a int type. Suppose if I pass int, it will throw that error because the parameter which is already declared as a car. Car is the object. Car is a class reference. How do we can get the class reference? By creating an object only, we can get the reference of the car variable. Okay, this is the reference. Okay, yes. Yeah, let's move on to the next one. Yeah, I think we are done this one. Yeah, great. So please explore again. So this kind of things you will come to know. Yeah, let's go to the next one is constructor. So these methods and constructors are very important. That is the reason I'm re-explaining and yeah. Okay. So this is a constructor. So can you identify the constructor? So in this class, this is a code snippet. Can you explain? Anyone explain this? The code snippet.
This car is a class, and this is actually private car. Generally, this is also public, but private, I'm not very sure can it be used or not. But for the constructor,
Yes.
we do use public.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Right. So yes.
This
So
constructor we use for initialization, so there is some text displayed.
okay, great. Yeah. So by seeing that, you are able to identify how you are able to identify. So car is a class name, and also my constructor also car capital C and car. So then I come to know it is not a void. There is a no void. So then I decided to it is a constructor, definitely 100% constructor, and it declare as a private. What is the difference between the function and constructor? Constructor must have a class name. The first one. It is a constructor name and class name and constructor name must be same. and there is a no void, though there is a no return type of the constructor. Okay, so that's all the identification. So now it is a private, okay, private constructor we can create. Okay, in Java, we have a ability to create a private constructor, but the purpose is there. That is a singleton object creation. Okay, no other person cannot create an object outside of the class. We need to restrict that. So this is called singleton. So people will ask in the interview. So can we create a public private constructor? Yes, we can create. By using that only we can implement a singleton page pattern. Okay, some patterns are there. So in the framework level, that time I will explain. But we can create a private constructor. So there is a purpose, right? Yes. Now let's move on to next one. Yeah. So what is the? Can anyone explain this one? Most of the time I am giving a positive only, not negative. You can explain, no problem.
Yeah, this is
The
also same,
constructor
but
as well,
for
yeah.
the, yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't give, as we discussed earlier, if you didn't mention any, it is default. So this is also
Yes,
same, like
it is
default can be used or not for a constructor.
correct. Yes. So we can create it. Right. Suppose let me write the constructor, some kind of constructor. You can come to know. Suppose I'm writing a class student. Okay, student class. So I'm going to create a student public void student constructor. So as we know, this is a default constructor, right? And also we can create a void student, okay, and parameterized constructor. It is a parameterized constructor. So by passing some kind of different parameters. Okay, yeah. Right. Is this constructor? These are the constructor or not? Are these constructor or not?
Like wide is written. So
Please. Yes, you have to identify. So void will not become. Okay, there is a no void. If void is there, it will treat as a method. Even though it is a capital or small, doesn't matter. Okay, code will not give the error. So that is the case. So constructor name, class name must be same. There is a no return type. Okay, and also, so student constructor, we can pass T. What is T? T can be universal, like class object. Okay, class object interface. Okay, suppose if I pass public student and I can pass car object. So this is also possible. Okay, so what does mean is we can pass all parameters. The constructor parameter can be primitive and also non-primitive. Okay, non-primitive as also. So we can pass that parameters of the constructor can be a primitive data types, and also we can pass non-primitive. Non-primitive in the sense class, object, and interface. Okay, so that you need to remember. Okay, yes. Okay, so let me recheck anything pending for this session, or like, yeah, we covered, I think. So I will stop here, and we can reconnect to the next meeting immediately. So I will close this meeting and we can reconnect it. It is a 3 minutes
sir,
only, right?
I have a doubt, sir. While passing key as a parameter, so will it take string also? Because string comes under class and object.
Yes, correct. It will take, but we won't pass because it is already a kind of a data type, right? So we can one string, okay, but string is not a custom class. It is a predefined class. So predefined class we cannot pass as a T. So custom class, student, car, and all these things are our custom class. But a string is our string and object, right? These two classes are Java already provided for us. So we have to use our string only.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, let me stop it and